All right, welcome everybody. This is the Brick Houze Live, first podcast ever. And what a way to start it out. We're going to talk about my personal favorite thing coming up in the wrestling season. It's the WWE Royal Rumble preview happening this Sunday at Minute Maid Park on the WWE Network. Joining me today is my sister Annie. Yeah! Very excited. Are you excited for this Royal Rumble?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, okay, we talked about this a little bit off camera. What is your favorite Royal Rumble match?
My favorite Royal Rumble probably gonna be the 2018 Royal Rumble. Shinsuke Nakamura winning.
That's a good one. That was a really good one. It was, and I think they did it because they had before then a string of really bad Royal Rumbles, where like they had like Batista winning or Roman Reigns. And it was like, not like Roman Reigns when he was hot, like Roman Reigns when everybody hated his guts. Yeah. Because he was such a smug asshole. So a lot of it, like, they had to get it right that time. They were like, whoa, yeah, Shinsuke Nakamura, he's so hot right now. Everybody loves him. He just came in from NXT, super popular. Everybody loves his theme music. He's so popular. Easy win. My personal favorite was 1998. The first Royal Rumble victory of Stone Cold Steve Austin, which kicked off the Stone Cold era in WWF, WWE as well. And he was during the Attitude Era. DX was huge. He went on to fight Shawn Michaels in probably one of the most hyped matches in WrestleMania history. You know, who could forget the iconic Stone Cold from, you know, good old JR. Absolutely just blows your mind. It was such a great Royal Rumble. But now it's 2020. And now it's time for this year's Royal Rumble. And before I even start talking about the Royal Rumble, we've got the card to talk about. We've got lots of other things to talk about. We're going to be talking about surprise entrants. We're going to be talking about possible scenarios on who wins. Crazy endings. And the one thing I want to talk about first. So here we go. The Royal Rumble is going to be taking place at Minute Maid Park, Houston, Texas, in the Houston Astros ballpark. And my question to you is, how long does Jerry the King Lawler wait before he makes a Houston Astros cheated joke? For those of you who don't know, the Houston Astros cheated in the World Series a couple years back. They found it out. Big deal. They were like stealing signs or some garbage like that, and they got caught cheating. And now the Royal Rumble is at Houston Astros ballpark. And you know Jerry the King Lawler is salivating. He's gonna say it at least 4 or 5 times during this Royal Rumble. The question is, does he just let it loose immediately? And I think that's the question I'm gonna ask you.
No, I was looking through the matches because there's gonna probably be like a specific match, and I'm going Roman Reigns and Baron Corbin.
Okay.
Baron Corbin, he's gonna cheat to win.
Right. So it's gonna be like Baron Corbin. They're gonna be fighting through, and he's gonna be like, Dolph Ziggler's stealing signs, and you know he's gonna say that at least like 4 times during that match.
Yeah. Can't
wait. Since we're talking about Baron Corbin versus
Roman Reigns.
Ruben Reigns, as Dad calls him, Ruben. In a Falls Count Anywhere match, because why the hell not?
Baseball stadium.
It's in a baseball stadium, but I don't understand why that's a big deal. Like he made it a big deal when he said it, but at the same time, I'm like, why would you want it to be a Falls Count Anywhere match? Because you know that Dolph Ziggler and the Revival and Bobbert Roode are gonna get involved. Like unless you expect the Russos, I called them the Usos to get involved.
Vince Russo gets involved.
Vince Russo and his kids, they're gonna come in. The ultimate swerve. Oh no. We're already throwing out crazy conspiracies. But yeah, like, I want to talk, for starters, Roman Reigns versus Baron Corbin, I don't care anymore about this. This feud's been going on for what, 3 months? Because they had the match last pay-per-view and it just sort of ended. And I think they did something the pay-per-view before that.
Started like right after.
Okay. Yeah, because Baron Corbin and Roman Reigns had beef over who was supposed to be the leader of Team SmackDown.
Yes.
And so then they like kind of went at each other at Survivor Series. So yeah, it started like almost 2 months ago. And yeah, November, December, January. So almost 3 months. Almost 3 months.
Yeah.
And now we've culminated to this. And I just want to say it's not going to end here. Because we've already talked about this. We've discussed this in private. It's going to go to WrestleMania. For my bold prediction, it's going to be Roman Reigns versus Baron Corbin at WrestleMania. But it's not just them. Because they're going to get the Usos involved. It's going to be Roman Reigns and the Usos versus Baron Corbin, Dolph Ziggler, Bobbert Roode. But also, coming back is going to be The Rock. The Rock's going to be in the corner of Roman Reigns. It's a big deal. It's the only way to get him back, because it's about family. And, you know, Baron Corbin will have, you know, he'll have somebody in his corner that's maybe a legend, maybe Triple H. No, wait, would Triple H really put himself in a match with other people that he can't bury physically?
No.
Okay. That's what I thought.
Now, Baron Corbin will hit the end of days on The Rock.
He'll hit the end of days, and by God, The Rock will not be able to kick out of it. He can't. You can't kick out of the end of days. It's the most powerful finisher in sports entertainment ever.
Roman Reigns, he'll come in and so they don't have to embarrass The Rock.
Oh, right. It'll keep his finisher safe, but The Rock won't have to lose to Baron Corbin. I'm sorry, King Corbin. Because we've got to call him King Corbin, because, you know, if you ever win the King of the Ring, your career is immediately ruined. But that match is happening. Falls Count Anywhere match. Interesting match. Not the most interesting match, because by God, they topped it with Daniel Bryan versus The Fiend Bray Wyatt for the SmackDown World title. But it's not just any match. No, it's a strap match. Why? Fuck if I know.
So The Fiend can't get away.
But you'd want to... I don't understand why you'd want to keep The Fiend around. The Fiend will just murder you, though. He's just gonna pull out his comically large mallet and just beat somebody over the head with it. Now, here's what's gonna happen. It's going to be actual Bray Wyatt. It's gonna be like the sweater wearing Bray Wyatt, and they're gonna be on the strap, right? Mm-hmm. The lights are gonna go out during the match, and the lights are gonna come back on, and the Fiend's gonna be strapped to Daniel Bryan. That's what's going to happen. Book it. It's what's gonna happen. Because you know, Michael Cole's gonna be like, oh my God, he's gonna be so shocked. And I'm gonna roll my eyes. It's gonna be like, all right. Because we're gonna see all the Fiend attributes. We're gonna see the red Virtual Boy glow in the stadium. They're gonna somehow do it, even though they're in an outdoor stadium. It's gonna be bathed in red again. And it's gonna be gross. And Daniel Bryan, for some reason, is going to fight, and he's going to look like a chump. He's going to hit the flying knee. He's going to hit the flying knee like 5 million times. And every time, Bray Wyatt is going to get up and laugh at him. Because he has to. Because no one can beat Bray Wyatt except for the special person that I have handpicked to beat Bray Wyatt, and we'll get to that later. What is your thoughts of this match?
See, I was gonna say, you said Bray Wyatt, he's gonna get his big hammer.
Yeah.
But that's why they have the strap. is so Bray Wyatt can't go under the ring and grab the hammer.
That's a good point. I just want to point out, I have not seen a strap match since probably 1982. Like, it's like, there's a reason they don't have strap matches. Just like a reason they don't have like a four corners match. The last four corners match I saw was Vader versus Sting. And that was WCW. Like, those matches are dumb. They're dumb gimmicks. Just like, they might as well have had like a hammer on a pole match. Like, have the hammer be on a giant pole, and they gotta get it down and beat somebody with a hammer.
Wasn't Rusev in something like a four corners match with John Cena?
Yes. Yeah. They were tied together with like a big bull rope. And like they had like traffic lights on all four corners, and they had to touch it, and then the traffic light would go off.
Had flags.
Did they have flags? I thought it was traffic lights.
I thought it was like you had to put like your flag in a specific.
I think that sounds like Guts. That sounds like Nickelodeon Guts. I thought it was like they hit it and like a light went off. Like John Cena had a green light and Rusev had a red light because he's Russian. But it was something along those lines, and it was boring, and I don't think anybody liked it.
But I remember it. I
remember it too, because, you know, it happened. And like the minute you said it, I was like, that did happen. You're right. But a strap match. I mean, like, how's Daniel Bryan gonna hit the flying knee? I just thought about that. Unless like the strap is like 50 feet long.
They had it tonight on SmackDown for the contract signing.
Oh God.
For some reason, Daniel Bryan like put it on already. And it looked like it was.
So great. Great. I mean, I like Bray Wyatt. I think Bray Wyatt as like the creepy kid show host is funny. And he's creepy at the same time. The Fiend is stupid. Sorry. The Fiend is dumb because he can't be beat. He's an immortal being of unstoppable force and rage. He can be physically murdered by Seth Rollins, and then all he does is murder Seth Rollins right back. Which turned him into Jesus, apparently.
Yeah.
That's how you become Jesus, is you have to have the Fiend murder you. Surprisingly, Seth Rollins does not have a match on this card, even though he is the tag champions with Buddy Murphy. You know, figure that one out. But we do have the next big star, according to Paul Heyman, Humberto Carrillo. Will be fighting Andrade Cien Almas, because I won't call him Andrade. He's Andrade Cien Almas for the United States title. Tell me, what do you see in Humberto Carrillo?
Lips.
Flippy guy.
He's a flippy guy.
He's a flippy guy who has an unnaturally deep voice. For the way he looks, his voice is way too deep. I feel like he's got some sort of voice changer inside of him that makes his voice like 80 octaves lower than it needs to be. It's so low. It's weird. But apparently Paul Heyman loves Humberto Carrillo. I don't see the appeal of him, besides the fact that he is a flippy guy. He's not the best flippy guy, but he is a flippy guy.
If he was in GCW, he'd scramble.
He's the new facade.
No.
But also, Andrade Cien Almas, he's also a Paul Heyman guy, because Paul Heyman loves him too. And I loved Andrade when he was in NXT. I thought he was great. I thought he was good, and I think his time is coming, and that's great. I love him. I love his DDT. It's very good. The funny part is he is the United States champion, and none of them are like United States citizens. They're both from like Mexico, which is hilarious. Because like the last three champions, like it's Andrade, Rey Mysterio, I think Seth Rollins, the United States champion.
Not when Rey Mysterio.
Oh. I can't remember who was before. No, it was AJ Styles. Yeah. It was AJ Styles.
A true American.
He was a true American. You're right, from Georgia. But yeah, that match is gonna happen. No. I disagree. That's not the pre-show match for me. Are you ready? Because here there's excuse me, 100% pre-show fodder coming. Are you ready? It's Sheamus versus Chad Gable or Shorty G.
See, just like you won't call Andrade just Andrade, I'm not gonna call him Shorty.
It's a stupid name, and I don't know why he's okay with it.
He dresses like he's going to play basketball.
He dresses like Little Mac from Mike Tyson's Punch-Out. And that's okay and good and everything, but don't call yourself Shorty G. Like, I understand, like, you had this, like, weird feud with Baron Corbin, and I thought that was going to be the height of Baron Corbin's career. Like, I thought that was his trajectory, was feuding with, like, low-level mid-card talent. But apparently now he's just like, yeah, okay, I'm short. I'm going to call myself Shorty G and not, like, and completely, like, damage his reputation as, like, an Olympic athlete who was a really good, like, amateur wrestler.
Do you think WWE knew Sheamus was coming back? And, like, who's the perfect person to feud with Sheamus as soon as he comes back? A small wrestler. We'll just keep the name.
Well, they couldn't get Joey Mercury because, you know...
Jamie Noble.
Jamie Noble. They couldn't get Jamie Noble because he almost killed him.
Can't wrestle anymore.
Yeah. I mean, so Sheamus will just kill Chad Gable. Because no one's gonna miss him. Except for maybe Jason Jordan. Hopefully he gets over his bonked head.
Don't talk about Jason.
We don't talk about him. He bonked his head and went away. So that's my pre-show match. I have that for the pre-show, but it starts at 6. The pre-show starts at 6.
There's gonna be like 4 matches.
Oh, I hope not, because, you know, we've already talked about half of the card.
There will be surprise matches.
Well, one of the surprise matches, hopefully maybe, that I don't think that was officially announced, is Shinsuke Nakamura versus Braun Strowman for the Intercontinental title.
Braun Strowman's gonna win.
It was teased. It was teased that they were going to do it, but they didn't officially do it, did they?
No,
on SmackDown?
I don't think.
Yeah, I don't think so either. But I think that's going to be a match. Shinsuke versus Braun. I think that's going to be a match. And you see, I don't know. I think there's going to be shenanigans. I think like half of these matches, there's going to be shenanigans.
Well, Shinsuke Nakamura is accompanied by Cesaro and Sami Zayn. So Sami Zayn's going to get involved.
Yeah. Braun Strowman's going to just barrel them all over. He's going to power slam all 3 of them and then lift up the ring and flip it on top of them. And then he'll still lose because that's what Braun Strowman does. Braun Strowman is the new Big Show where he finds embarrassing ways to lose matches. Like, I'm just surprised it's not a tables match and he steps through his own table. You know, I'm very surprised that that's not a thing that's happening.
Saving that extreme.
They're saving that for WrestleMania. That's Braun Strowman's WrestleMania moment. Not getting beat down by, like, Tyson Fury. It's gonna be him stepping through his own table.
No. Braun Strowman, following in the footsteps of the Big Show, will win the Intercontinental title at WrestleMania. Only to then lose it by stepping through Extreme Rules, the next pay-per-view. Which is exactly what the Big Show did.
That's true. That did happen. He lost it to now competitor Cody Rhodes. And holy cow, I remember watching that match and just being like, oh my god, that's the thing that happened. They actually did that. And then Big Show face was a meme at that point when he stepped to that table. It's, oh man, is it a moment? Speaking of moments, we got our next match, and it's a big moment because it's the Raw Women's title match. It's Becky Lynch, the champion, taking on the Queen, the Empress, the person of tomorrow, Asuka, and her green mist. And the storyline behind that is Becky Lynch has never defeated Asuka. She's never defeated Asuka. That's her one vice in life that she just thought of like a month ago.
her biggest regret in her.
That she thought of a month ago because she completely forgot about it until she needed to remember it because WWE writing. Because like WWE forgot about it too. Like they never mentioned it until like last month. They were like, oh yeah, she's never defeated Becky Lynch. We'll make that a thing. And we'll have her fight Asuka because we literally don't have anybody else for her to fight. By the way, Asuka is the tag champion as well. She's not gonna win. Because
who is, after Becky Lynch defeats Asuka, who is the next person that Becky Lynch will remember she's never been?
Well, I mean, the list isn't very big because their women's roster isn't very big. You know, Asuka, she's beat Asuka. She's beaten Charlotte Flair. She's beaten Lacey Evans like a million times. She's beaten Natalya. She's beaten, I guess Ember Moon would be next when she comes back from injury.
I was gonna go turning from injury, Riot. But
I'm sure she's done. I don't think she has a win in WWE. I love Ruby Riott, but I have to disagree with you wholeheartedly. Ruby Riott can't buy a bucket when it comes to wins.
I think she beat Natalya one time in that feud. Definitely not in the tables match.
Not the tables match with the Jim Neidhart fathead on the table. Yeah, I remember that one. Jim Neidhart's soul was in that table.
Ruby Riott's soul was the other one.
Well, now it is because she's injured, and that's where her soul is. It's in that table from Extreme Rules. But yeah, that match is happening. Becky Lynch is going to fight Asuka, and I like Asuka. Asuka's probably one of my favorite female wrestlers. I think she's probably got the most talent out of the 4 good female wrestlers in WWE, the main roster. I think it's Asuka, then I think it's Charlotte Flair, then I think it's Becky Lynch, and then I think it's Sasha Banks. I think those are my top 4.
Including NXT and NXT UK. Are you putting Shayna Baszler?
Well, okay. See, here's when Shayna Baszler started, I wasn't sure because she was another MMA person. But the more matches I watch with her, the more I really dig her as a wrestler. She's a good wrestler. She's a good talker. She's got that total package. She's really good. So I think it would probably be Shayna Baszler, then Asuka. I would put Shayna Baszler at number 1. Easily my number 1. Baszler, Asuka, Charlotte Flair, Becky Lynch, and my God, Sasha Banks. And then in a very distant, very, very, very distant 54th out of like 20 female rosters is our next match, the SmackDown Women's Title and Champion Bayley. I forgot about Bayley. Like the minute I recognized that this was a match happening, I was like, oh right, Bayley's a person. And she's a champion.
And she's a champion.
And she's still the soccer mom.
She's a role model to Lacey Evans' daughter.
Yeah, she's fighting Lacey Evans, who, yikes. If that's who you're getting at this point in time with Lacey Evans and her off the ring issues with, what is it, racism? Homophobia?
It's
men? Pick a topic? All of the above?
It's accidental racism. Purposeful homophobia. Allegedly.
I love accidental racism.
I don't think she intended to put her child in blackface.
Wait, she didn't intend to put her child in blackface?
I don't think so.
What was she doing? Was she like, try this chocolate cake, sweetheart, and then just like accidentally smushed her face and was like, oh God, you gotta go to school, and forgot she had chocolate all over her face?
It was supposed to be a Halloween costume, but it was very poorly done.
Yeah, but you don't dress up as a Nazi and be like, I didn't intend to dress as a Nazi.
I don't think children intend to be racist.
But we're not talking about her child. We're talking about Lacey Evans. Lacey Evans She wasn't accidentally being racist. She should know that you can't put a white child in blackface in 2020. You can't do it. You can't. I've seen the picture. It is
Incredible.
it's incredible because you're like, yikes, why? So that match is happening, and apparently it happened because Bayley made fun of her daughter, Lacey Evans' daughter, and I honestly, anytime I see Bayley, I just sort of check out. She's like the female Randy Orton for me. Like, I see Bayley come out, and I'm just like, oh great, it's a Bayley match, and then I just click, and my mind goes blank. She is just the worst wrestler.
Is it partially because she has a bad finish?
It partially is because she weighs like 90 pounds and her move is a belly-to-belly suplex that has no impact at all. I'm fine with her move being an elbow drop. I'm fine with that. That's fine. Because she's a big Macho Man Randy Savage fan. So I'm fine with that. Also, I just think, like, I look at some of her moves and they lacked impact. They lack impact, and Lacey Evans sucks too. Lacey Evans' move is a punch.
Right.
That's a fun name. That's a great play on words. The woman's right. But she's not a good wrestler either. I remember when she debuted after WrestleMania against Becky Lynch. She did her finisher, and Becky Lynch no-sold it because she didn't know that was her finisher. That was great. And then they had 5 matches against each other, and she lost every single one of them, effectively ruining it.
Like, I don't think anyone really likes her.
Well, that's the funny thing about that when you call her the female Baron Corbin, because she then later tag teamed with Baron Corbin to fight Seth Rollins and Becky Lynch.
And the match was for both titles.
Yes, if one of them loses, they both lost the title because it was stupid. Because for some reason we had to talk about how Seth Rollins and Becky Lynch are a couple. But somehow we're not talking about that anymore now that Seth Rollins has his Jesus complex.
Yeah, because he's a bad guy now.
He's a bad guy now, so don't worry about Becky Lynch being in a relationship with him. Don't worry about that. That doesn't matter anymore. Yeah. But it should. It totally should.
Should turn.
You know, I wouldn't mind that. I think Bayley turning heel was, I think, the dumbest thing they could have done. I think Bayley has a better personality as a face.
Hey.
She just wanted to get a haircut and look like a soccer mom. I mean, you could do that and still be a bubbly character. I think her as sort of like a Debbie Downer, as like this weird, like, goth soccer mom. Like, I just want to call her Karen every time I see her, or Linda. I feel like every time she comes to the ring, she's going to speak to my manager.
Should be the name of her finisher.
I'd like to speak to the manager, please.
Yeah.
I have these coupons. They didn't double scan.
They expired 4 months ago.
These oranges aren't orange enough. I'd like to return them, please. Do you know who my father is? Do you know who you're talking to? Do you know where my husband works? Do you know who my husband is? Let me speak to your manager right now. That's Becky Lynch. That's every time I see Becky Lynch. Not Becky Lynch, Bayley. Every time I see Bayley. But she's also flanked by Sasha Banks, because Sasha Banks has nothing better to do with her time. Because she's just waiting in the women's rotation to rotate back into the title picture, because they only have 5 wrestlers on the main roster. Which we'll get to that right now, because we've covered all the matches. That's all the matches.
Wait, are there no tag team championship matches?
No, there are no tag team champion matches, because, like, as we said, Seth Rollins and Buddy Murphy won the tag titles against the Viking Experience, the Viking Raiders, the rating experienced Vikers,
the Viking Machine,
whatever they want to call themselves now. They lost the titles to Rollins and Buddy Murphy, but they're not defending them as they should against like Kevin Owens and Samoa Joe. We're apparently not worrying about that right now.
No.
Not worrying about that. Also, the men's tag team on SmackDown is the New Day, Kofi and Big E. They apparently don't have anybody to fight them because, once again, the men's tag team division is just shrug shoulders on that one. Like, they could have brought Sheamus back to tag team with Cesaro, and they could have had the Bar come back. That would have been fun. I liked the Bar. They could have had Heavy Machinery, because I love Heavy Machinery. They could have had literally anybody fight the New Day.
Can't have the Revival because
are they?
It's, new rumor.
The new rumor, which is not actually new because the Revival threatens to leave every time.
Go to AEW.
We're not talking about AEW right now. This is about the Royal Rumble. But at the same time, they probably don't want to get any more Uso hot put down their pants. Remember that? Remember that gimmick where like the Usos played pranks on them because they were assholes? And then one of them got busted for a DUI, or maybe both of them got busted for DUIs, and they were magically off camera for like 4 months. So yeah, SmackDown tag titles, Raw tag titles, absent. Ice Intercontinental title match, maybe gonna happen. Women's tag team match. People forget about that. 24/7 title, gonna happen during the Royal Rumble.
Yeah.
I'm calling that.
Do you know who the current 24/7 champion is?
Oh my god. I mean, I'm gonna say it, but it's probably going to change like any second. Is it Carmella?
No. I need to now look. I need to see if I am up to date.
It's probably changed hands. It's gonna be announced on Twitter.
Okay. I am correct. I do know who it is.
Lay it on me.
It's Mojo Rawley.
Oh god, they finally found something for him to do. He holds the 24/7 title. Congratulations, Mojo. You've peaked. So Mojo Rawley has the 24/7 title. Congratulations. That's going to happen in the Royal Rumble. He's going to run out during the Royal Rumble. Chaos ensues.
Yeah.
The title will change hands during the men's Royal Rumble at least 20 times.
It'll be someone that Mojo Rawley won't be in the.
No, he'll just be running down the aisle with like the people chasing after him.
But someone in the Royal Rumble will win the 24/7 title because it'll be R-Truth. R-Truth will get eliminated, and then the crowd will chase him.
No. You see, here's what's gonna happen. Everybody that's in the Royal Rumble at that point will win it. Because he'll slide in, and there'll be like probably like 5 people or like 8 people in the Royal Rumble. They'll all hit their finishers, and they'll all pin him. They'll all keep switching titles around until R-Truth comes out, suddenly sneaky pins like Brock Lesnar. And like runs away. So he can be like, I got that pin on Brock Lesnar. And then he runs away and then eliminates himself. Like he wins. Like that's what happens with R-Truth during the Royal Rumble. He wins the 24/7 title during the Royal Rumble, then eliminates himself and runs away. Book it. That's what's going to happen. That's how R-Truth gets eliminated. He wins the 24/7 title during the Royal Rumble, then eliminates himself and runs away. Call him that. I'm gonna be so right on that one. I'm 1,000,000% correct. But since we're talking about the men's Royal Rumble now, let's discuss that because that's what we're here to talk about. And it's very odd because the men's Royal Rumble is slightly different from the women's Royal Rumble. If you don't know, the Royal Rumble rules are there's 30 men or 30 competitors, since there's a women's one now. You get eliminated by getting thrown over the top rope. The last person standing at the end, after all 30 competitors have come to the ring, is the winner. Here's what we do know about the Royal Rumble. For sure, Brock Lesnar, number 1 entrant. Number 1. They've also announced 27 as of tonight Royal Rumble competitors. Brock Lesnar, Elias, Drew McIntyre, Rey Mysterio, Roman Reigns, Ricochet, Baron Corbin, Otis and Tucker, AJ Styles, Rusev, Randy Orton, Bobby Lashley, Dolph Ziggler, Aleister Black, Eric Rowan, Braun Strowman, Shinsuke Nakamura, Seth Rollins, Buddy Murphy, Kevin Owens, Samoa Joe, Kofi Kingston, Big E, Miz, John Morrison, and R-Truth. The last 5 were, or the last 6 were, no, it was 5. I'm sorry. The last 5 were introduced rather recently, like tonight, I think.
Well, Samoa Joe and Kevin Owens announced on Raw. R-Truth was announced on the WWE's Instagram. and John Morrison and The Miz are announced on SmackDown.
How sad does it have to be that you have to announce you're in the Royal Rumble on Instagram? I mean, like, here's my problem with the men's Royal Rumble. We know for a fact, we know 27 of these competitors for a fact, and we know that there's at least, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, like 8 or 9 people that are 100% not going to win. So why even have him in there?
They're gonna do goofy stuff.
Eric Rowan's gonna do goofy stuff? Is Eric Rowan gonna come up to everyone and go, look at it?
Probably.
Look at it!
He's gonna hit someone with it.
No, it's precious to him. You can't. It's too precious to him. Someone's going to steal it. And he's going to climb over the top rope and eliminate himself.
He's gonna eliminate.
This is going to be the Rumble of people eliminating themselves.
Can we put Mil Mascaris in
it? Is he still alive? Oops. Oh,
maybe.
So I mean, like, Otis and Tucker. The only reason Otis is going to be in there is to do the worm.
Yeah.
But Tucker, I don't know why he's even in there.
Well, they'll both eliminate someone. They'll both, like, dual gorilla press slam, throw someone.
I guess. Kofi Kingston is obviously in there to do Kofi Kingston things.
Yeah.
You got to have the Kofi Kingston spot. But the problem is, I think there's too many people to do Kofi Kingston spots. Because Kofi's going to do it. Ray's going to do it. Probably think Ricochet's going to do it, because I think he did it last year.
Is Ricochet going to be in it?
Ricochet is in it.
Oh, I'm forgetting these names.
Yeah, Ricochet is going to be in it, and he's going to do Ricochet things.
There's too many people announced. I can't keep track.
That's why I wrote them down. So I remember. But yeah, you've got 3 people doing Kofi Kingston things. So, I think they're gonna oversaturate with Kofi Kingston stuff. There's going to be a lot of shenanigans there. Randy Orton, I think he should just not.
He already has a WrestleMania match.
Yeah, so he's not going to win. Eric Rowan, get rid of him. He's not going to win. Elias, why even put Elias in?
Because the surprise. Jarrett again. Something.
Why though? Why Jeff Jarrett again?
He's gonna sing a song about how he's gonna win and how he hates Houston. He's gonna make the comment about the Astros.
So by that account, Elias then would have to be the number 2 entrant. He would have to be the number 2 entrant, and he would have to be like, I gotta sing a song about Houston, and then Brock Lesnar just sitting there and he's just doing his little run in place.
No, he could be any entrant. He just takes his time.
Okay, yeah, he's number 2. And while he's strolling down to the ring, he's singing the song, and then the minute he gets into the ring, he gets thrown out by Brock Lesnar. That's what happens. Book it. I'm making a lot of predictions. And that's it. Book it. It's done. It's happening.
Rusev and Bobby Lashley are gonna eliminate each other.
Oh my God.
And then fight to the back.
Can we stop with Rusev and Bobby Lashley, please? Like,
they've gone too far in.
And it's not getting resolved. Like, there's no resolution to this.
Yeah, because we've added Liv Morgan to it.
We've added Liv Morgan to it. Like, was that the big payoff for this whole, like, feud? Was to re-debut Liv Morgan as a maybe lesbian? I mean, I think that's an odd choice for this feud. Well, we're gonna have Rusev and Bobby Lashley fight over Lana. The end game is to bring Liv Morgan back. And then crickets.
I don't think it was that, like, I don't think it was a long game thing. Because remember Liv Morgan, people thought she was gonna debut with Bray Wyatt.
Man, and how sad of a swerve is that? Now she debuts with Rusev. I mean, to be fair, I don't hate Rusev. I like Rusev. Rusev is great. He's got Rusev Day. He's got that going for him. I hate Bobby Lashley. Bobby Lashley is a charisma black hole. He's not even a charisma vacuum anymore. He's just a black hole that sucks in all charisma into nothingness, into a void of nothingness. He has no eyebrows, except for the time when he did.
He drew them on.
He drew on eyebrows for the wedding.
It was his wedding.
But, you know, we've already said this. For the wedding, for the on Raw when they had the wedding between Lana and Bobby Lashley. Bobby Lashley had on the most ridiculous tuxedo in the world. It was a sleeveless, just tuxedo vest. And I think you had said it, and it would have been great if he had a headband that was a tuxedo headband. A formal headband, right? Brilliant. Fucking brilliant. I would have loved it. But no, instead he has drawn on eyebrows.
So he could show emotion properly.
I'm surprised nobody called it out, though. Nobody mentioned it. Like, commentators didn't mention it. It was the first thing I noticed. I was like, he has eyebrows. What happened? When did he draw on these eyebrows? Why did he draw on these eyebrows?
The commentary is not going to make a comment. I'm just surprised, like, I didn't go on Twitter and see anything else about it.
I think I was probably the only one on Twitter who tweeted about that.
I said something also.
About Bobby Lashley and his drawn on eyebrows. Nobody notices. I noticed Bobby Lashley doesn't have eyebrows. I noticed that he puts on a headband to cover up the fact that he has no eyebrows. That's why Bobby Lashley loses, because he does not wear his headband, which is the source of his power. And it reveals his weakness, which is lack of eyebrows. But other than that, Bobby Lashley is just so boring. Like, he's big, strong guy. And that's it. Like, there's nothing else amazing about him.
I was kind of okay with him when he had Leo Rush.
Because Leo Rush made him interesting.
Yeah.
Leo Rush made him super cool. Because Leo Rush could say things like, do the pose, now do the back. And that's all he had to be. That's all Bobby Lashley had to be, was just a meathead who posed. That's it. Because Leo Rush made him seem interesting. But then they had to get rid of Leo Rush so Bobby Lashley could wallow in mediocrity. Rusev now is a part of this mediocrity. And I want to talk about Bobby Lashley has been consistently in the worst feuds in WWE history. In 2018, he had the worst feud of the year. The worst feud, probably one of the worst feuds of the decade.
I was going to say one of the most offensive.
It was stupid and it was offensive. It was probably one of the worst feuds of the decade with Sami Zayn, where
and his sisters,
his quote unquote sisters, which were black men in drag. Yeah, and then he has another bad feud with Rusev where he's sleeping with his wife, and Rusev doesn't care, but yet he still does care.
Well, he did care, and then
he did care, but then he didn't care, but then he does care, but then he's like, go have fun, but then he attacks them. Like, it's a hard feud to understand, and I just want it to go away forever. But it's not. It's gone on way too long. But, you know, I guess the ultimate point is screw them. They're not going to win this Royal Rumble.
No.
Braun Strowman's going to be in it.
Gonna eliminate a bunch of people.
Right.
And then get thrown out by Brock Lesnar?
Well, here's my problem with Brock Lesnar being the number one competitor, the number one entrant in the Royal Rumble. It is, I fear what they're going to do is Brock Lesnar stands in the ring and eliminates one after another coming to the ring for like 30 minutes.
Right.
He sits there and he does the dance. He just does his dance, and somebody comes down and he F5s them, or he German suplexes them and throws him over the top rope, and just continues to dance, and he gets redder and redder and redder as the match goes on. And I fear that that's what it's going to be. Like, I fear WWE's dumb enough to do that and think it's a good idea. And I'm very afraid that it's going to just be an eruption of boos, because it's going to be the worst Royal Rumble in the world. This could be a very good Royal Rumble, but it could also be the worst Royal Rumble in the history of the Royal Rumbles. Like, even worse than the time Blue Tista won that Royal Rumble instead of Daniel Bryan. You know, it has that potential because Brock Lesnar is the number one entrant. But why is he even the number one entrant? Like, he's the champion. Why wouldn't he have a title match? And if he's the champion putting himself in the Royal Rumble, why not have his belt up for grabs then? Like, he gets eliminated and then they're the champion. Or whoever's ever last standing is the champion.
Brock Lesnar felt that no one deserved an opportunity at the title, so he was entering himself into the Royal Rumble.
For what purpose, though? So he could win the Rumble and what, face himself?
No, so he doesn't have to defend the title.
I mean, it just doesn't make sense. I just don't understand it. I don't quite understand it.
Doesn't think anyone deserves to fight him. So what's going to happen at the Royal Rumble is the person that eliminates him isn't going to win the Royal, whoever it is.
Okay.
But that is who he's probably going to then. So I reckon.
Okay. Fair enough. So okay. We've got 27 out of 30. There's not a whole lot of wiggle room here for surprise entrance. Usually there's a little bit more mystery. And I would have preferred that if they maybe had like 15 or 20 like named. Get rid of the fodder, get rid of Otis and Tucker and Rowan and Elias, and have it be a little bit of mystery. I always like when there's the mystery component to it. Now I think there's just too many known names, and there's only 3 mysteries.
They should be NXT.
They should be NXT, but they won't.
What 3 NXT?
In my opinion, they're the 3 NXT wrestlers that should be in the men's Royal Rumble are the Velveteen Dream if he's healthy. I think that would be a great comeback for him. I think it should be Keith Lee. And the last one should be Walter. I think those are my 3 NXT picks.
Okay.
Who are your 3 NXT picks?
Well, I agree with you on 2 of them.
Okay.
That it should be Walter and Keith Lee. I don't think the Velveteen Dream, I mean, it would be great if he came back at the Royal Rumble. Right. I don't think he's healthy. I think he had like back surgery.
It's my hope and dream that he's healthy enough to come back and at least compete in the Royal Rumble.
But instead of the Velveteen Dream, I would take a member of the Undisputed Era. Either Adam Cole or
Roderick Strong. Yeah. I don't think Roderick Strong was in it last year, so go with Roderick Strong.
Yeah, he was in the Greatest Royal.
We don't talk about that. Oh, no, shush. We don't talk about that.
Roderick Strong. Back break.
And then gets eliminated by Brock Lesnar.
Yeah.
It's perfect. So usually there's a legend or a returning superstar that they put into the Royal Rumble. So you only got 3 spots.
You got 3 legends.
You got 3 legends or 3 returning superstars, who you got?
We talked about this beforehand, and you mentioned it as a joke, but I saw him wrestle. And I think when I saw D'Lo Brown wrestle, it was a great match.
D'Lo Brown did wrestle, and apparently he did a moonsault.
It was a pretty good moonsault. I don't think D'Lo Brown, the boogeyman, because he did that WWE live stream where he just played with action figures.
All right.
There aren't any like returning superstars or legends that I very seriously want to see. Like, I see NXT names, but I just have Goofy.
I mean, I have goofy ones as well.
Yeah.
Paul Burchill was one.
Paul Burchill's gonna be my number.
You're stealing my number 3.
He's a pirate.
He's a pirate, and the WrestleMania is in Tampa.
Yeah.
So he comes down swashbuckler style, immediately eliminated by Brock Lesnar. All you need him to do is just be that swashbuckler for that one moment and be immediately thrown out. Number 2 is the Big Show.
But he's already returned.
But he's not on this list.
He is not on the list.
He's not on the list. I feel like they're gonna do that.
Yeah, he's gonna be number 30.
Yeah, oh my god, that's gonna be really sad.
The
Anytime there's a really bad 30, it's just a big deflate noise. Like balloon, like air coming out of balloon noise, just.
I was watching, which was the first Royal Rumble I watched.
Right.
And Big Show was.
Oh god. I mean, Big Show returning after all the injuries that he's had is cool and all.
He was also in the match.
Oh. He says he's looking for his WrestleMania moment. Hopefully it's not winning the Royal Rumble and facing whoever. Shaq doesn't want to wrestle anymore. He doesn't want to wrestle. That's off the table. It's off the table. Maybe. So I said Big Show. I said Paul Burchill. I'm also going to say D'Lo Brown.
D'Lo Brown was great.
I could just see it happening. Like, his music hits. You're looking at the real deal now. He comes out in his dumb chest protector and he does his little wiggle and he like tries to do a frog splash, but gets caught by Brock Lesnar and thrown over the top rope. Brock Lesnar eliminates everyone, by the way. He eliminates everybody. But yeah, those are my 3 returning superstars, because there was the rumor that it could have been Edge.
He denied it.
Which means it's going to happen.
Yeah.
So that's why I didn't say Edge, because, I would love to see Edge come back. I would love to see him come back and possibly win it. If he won it, I wouldn't be mad.
What I should have said, I want my superstar to be?
Who?
I should have said CM Punk. Good pandering.
Ooh. Okay. All right. He won't, though.
No, of course
he
not.
won't, though.
And I've said this to you before. I don't want to see CM Punk wrestle like Seth Rollins or like a new wrestler. I think he should just have one more match with Daniel Bryan. That's it.
Who was? Oh yeah, Seth Rollins. He kept trying to pick fights with him, like on Twitter and stuff.
Yeah, and then
apparently Vince got mad at him.
Yeah, because he said that's not a match we can do, so don't talk about it.
That's not good shit. Stop it. I can't do it. I don't have enough money. I already sunk billions into the XFL. So, okay. We've discussed our surprise entrance. We've discussed our legends that might come back. Give me out of this list. Give me your, I'm going to say top 4 people you'd like to see win.
Oh. Pull up the list.
Okay. I have the list right here. It's written down.
I know. I have it on my phone now. Also.
Okay. All right.
Because I couldn't remember anyone else, my original pick was Drew McIntyre.
Mm-hmm.
I would also like Kevin Owens or Samoa Joe.
Okay.
Or Aleister Black.
Okay. I am going to agree with you on 2 of those. I think Drew McIntyre and Aleister Black are great choices. I like both of them. I think Aleister Black will probably fight
Buddy Murphy.
for the title?
Oh no.
No.
I thought
No. I mean
he's
like
gonna wrestle at WrestleMania.
I mean when he wins. I think Aleister Black will fight Bray Wyatt.
Yeah, Spooky Man versus Spooky Man.
Yeah. I think if Drew McIntyre wins, he's going to fight Brock Lesnar. My other two, in my mind, I think it would be really cool if Ricochet won. I think Ricochet is cool. I don't think it's his time, but it would be great if he won.
But The Rock loves him.
The Rock loves him. Yes. So by that merit, he should be champion by now. But then again, The Rock also loved Roman Reigns, and they...
Well, that's because they're related.
Also, I'm gonna put my fourth one to be Walter.
I mean,
I put him as a mystery entrant. I want to see him win. I like Walter, and they have to rebound from embarrassing him at Survivor Series, making him go out like a punk.
He doesn't care about that.
I know he doesn't care, but I care.
Yeah.
That he does well in WWE because he's a fantastic wrestler. I just want to see him do well. I just want to see him do better than Roman Reigns. So, I mean, those are our picks. So we're definitely on the same page with Drew McIntyre and Aleister Black. I like both of those picks. I like them.
Are Aleister Black's Antichrist powers enough to defeat?
See, this is a good question.
On the grandest stage of them all.
On the grandest stage of them all, can Aleister Black defeat The Fiend at WrestleMania in Tampa Bay?
You can't have those red lights, because they will not be dark.
I mean, they're going to have a chopper fly overhead and just shine a huge red beam of light. I don't know. It'll be interesting. I think it'll be a good match. I like Bray Wyatt as a wrestler. I think he's really good. I like him as a talker. I think he's really good. I like Aleister Black as a striker. He's amazing. His matches with Buddy Murphy are absolutely amazing.
No, you don't.
I never said I didn't like Buddy Murphy. Buddy Murphy's fine. Buddy Murphy's fine. I think the fact that his name is Buddy Murphy a little bit throws me off, but I like him. So yeah, I'm okay with Drew McIntyre. I'm also okay with Drew McIntyre winning. I think he should have won it last year when he debuted back in WWE again. I think he should have won it then. Drew McIntyre is amazing. He's a face now, which is odd. But I like him as a competitor. I think he's got an intensity to him and he deserves to win. So yeah, there's that. And, you know, that's the Men's Royal Rumble. Now,
wait. One person, just one person. Because we want to move on.
Right.
You pull them from outside the WWE. You put them in the Royal Rumble. And they make it to the... Who is it going to be?
Outside of WWE?
Outside of the WWE. Who is it? Just off the top of your head.
Can it be anybody?
It can be anyone.
Danhausen.
Danhausen.
That was top of my head. That's the first thing I thought of is Danhausen.
I mean, I was going to say Manders off the top of my head.
Manders, okay. I mean, he's got that Stan Hansen quality to him.
Watch him fight Samoa.
I think that would be fun.
Yeah.
I think that would be fun. I mean, we're not gonna get like we're not gonna get what's his name like Nick Gage. We're not gonna get Nick Gage. That would be insane. He just comes in, just starts stiffing Brock Lesnar, just actually jacking him up in the face. They actually have a fist fight.
Guy's hitting Brock Lesnar with light tubes.
Oh God. That's too intense. He brings a door. What's he doing with that door? People get like absolutely blows their mind. Holy crap, he's got a door. That's going to be the new meta for WWE. Like the door is way more powerful than the table. He's putting them through doors. Those doors weigh 80 pounds of solid oak and he's putting them through. Just like how the steel steps weigh like 3 tons made out of duratanium steel that you could only get from the deepest, darkest mines of the moon. That would be great. Also, Dwight Justice would be great too. Dwight Justice.
Matthew Justice?
What did I said? Dwight Justice.
Oh, you've said that before too.
My God, I'm sorry. Matthew Justice. Dwight Justice is someone that my friend works with. It's one of his bosses.
Matthew Justice.
Matthew Justice is going to throw somebody off the upper deck. Because that's what he lives for.
Yeah. He was in WWE for a little.
Well, did he throw somebody off a balcony?
No, because it was like FCW.
Well, that's why he's not there anymore, because he wanted to throw more people off balconies.
Yeah. Death matches.
Yeah. He'll turn the Royal Rumble to a death match. Light tubes everywhere.
Do it.
Light tubes. Do it. Do it, WWE. Book it. Speaking of booking it, man.
No good segue to the women's Royal
No
Rumble.
good segue into the Royal Rumble, except for they have to book it, because I'm about to break down the women's Royal Rumble right effing now. Here is the Royal Rumble competitors as we know it tonight. Charlotte Flair, Alexa Bliss, Nikki Cross, Sarah Logan, Natalya, Carmella, Dana Brooke, Sonya Deville, and Mandy Rose. That's it. We got 9. We got 9 out of 30. You are 2 days away from Royal Rumble, and you've got 9 announced. Now, I know I said I like a lot of mystery in my Royal Rumbles.
This is too much mystery.
This is way too much mystery. I'm overwhelmed by mystery at this point. I mean, this is essentially their entire roster. This is their entire female roster on the main show. That's it. This is it. This is all you got. This is it. I'm assuming Kairi Sane can't wrestle because she's still got a concussion. Or she's still in the concussion protocol or something.
I think she's good.
You think oh, she did fight, didn't she, recently?
I think she did.
So okay, we'll pencil her in as probably a candidate. But I mean, like, if that's the case, you still have 20 more wrestlers.
Well, you said Naomi probably will come back.
Naomi is probably a possible return.
Get Shayna Baszler. She's gonna win.
Shayna Baszler. Yeah, book it right now. Shayna Baszler wins the Women's Royal Rumble. Spoilers!
Yeah.
She's gonna win it.
I'm seeing Dana Brooke.
Is it real Dana Brooke or is it fake Dana Brooke?
That's what I'm getting at. Name you have written down. That's fake Dana Brooke. Of course, who comes out right after her?
Real Dana Brooke.
The real Dana Brooke.
Holy cow!
The biggest confrontation of all of 2020. We're only a month in.
My mind is blown. My mind is blown. Holy cow. So you've got real Dana Brooke and fake Dana Brooke. They're gonna fight and they're gonna eliminate each other.
Yeah.
And we're never gonna talk about it again.
Oh yeah, it'll be like the Great Khali coming back.
Oh God.
We just don't talk about it.
Yeah, don't talk. What if the Great Khali is one of the mystery
in the women's room?
Oh my God. It's just the Great Khali in like a long dress with like fake hair and makeup, but it's clearly the Great Khali.
Yeah.
Sure.
Just
why the fuck not?
Chopping people.
Why? Why not? He's just chopping women left and right. Brain chops for everybody. Why the heck not? You got enough room for it. Ruby Riott is probably going to be one. You're gonna have Nia Jax return. Sadly. She's gonna potato somebody. She's gonna punch somebody in the face. Because she's got to. So yeah, you're looking at the names too. I'm struggling here to think of names.
Yeah.
Cause they had announced tonight. Before tonight, it was only 4. It was Sarah Logan, Nikki Cross, Charlotte Flair, and Alexa Bliss. And then they announced like 5 more tonight, and I was very underwhelmed.
Well, one of them was announced on Twitter.
Oh my God.
Let me...
WWE.
Natalya was announced on The Bump.
The Bump?
Yeah, it's their Fox show.
Oh my God. So... you're probably... Like, if Ember Moon's healthy, you're probably going to see Ember Moon come back. Shayna Baszler's going to be there. You're good. This is where you're gonna have to pull your NXT talent.
Shayna Baszler's cronies are gonna be in it.
So Jessamine Duke and
Marina Shafir.
So they're gonna be in it.
All of NXT UK is also going to be in it.
You're gonna see Io Shirai probably. Bianca Belair probably.
Yeah.
You're gonna see
Mia Yim.
Yes. You're gonna see
You can't even ask who's your top NXT people because they're just all gonna be there.
Yeah, they have to. They have to at this point. Because, I mean, okay, well, let's start with this. Who's your legends that come back?
Beth Phoenix.
Again, okay.
Tori Wilson.
Okay.
Again. Probably Michelle McCool again.
Okay.
If Alundra Blaze can wrestle, Alundra Blaze.
Okay. All right. Who was the one woman that was in the Mae Young Classic? She was the older Japanese woman.
Meiko Satomura.
Meiko Satomura. I'm gonna go with Meiko Satomura for my legend.
Get her in there. She's great.
Yeah, she's gonna be my legend. Meiko Satomura. She's also gonna go to the Hall of Fame. I'm gonna pick that as my Hall of Fame women inductee.
It'd be a good one.
Yeah.
They're gonna get Ivory.
Maybe
she'll be right to censor Ivory.
You're gonna get Jacqueline.
So Jazz was taking bookings.
They're gonna get my God.
They'll get the woman that managed John Morrison and Joey Murphy.
Yeah, maybe they'll get Gail Kim to come back.
She wants to come back.
I'm struggling here. I'm throwing whatever sticks because they only got 9.
I think Gail Kim would rather go back to Impact than go back to WWE.
Lamb, what a burn. See, now this is the problem. Like you've written yourself into a corner. See, unlike the men's Royal Rumble, where I think you could actually expand this field to like 50 and be fine.
Did with the greatest one.
No, don't talk about it.
I called it the one. I wasn't gonna say it.
Don't talk about it. Don't ever talk about it. For the women's Royal Rumble, it's like
everyone.
who you got. Like
everyone.
It's literally everyone is on call right now. Front and center. Just call Sable. See if she'll do something. Call Molly Holly. See if she can do something.
Oh, Molly Holly will be in.
Yeah, Molly Holly is fine.
She's gonna go in the hall.
They're gonna put guy who used to be with Carmella.
Talk about him. We can't talk about him.
I can't even remember his name.
James Ellsworth.
James Ellsworth comes back.
But again, we can't.
Okay, all right. Like I said, I'm just spitballing. I'm giving you ideas, WWE, because you gotta put your foot on the gas with this one. There's just too many mysteries. We said Nia Jax comes back. Ember Moon makes a return if she's healthy. Ruby Riott returns. So there's your return. There's a lot of returns.
Yeah.
Ronda Rousey?
Maybe.
There's rumblings that she might return. I would like it if Ronda Rousey returns but doesn't win because I don't like her as a wrestler. And she gets eliminated by Shayna Baszler.
As Ronda Rousey's husband, because I know he was an MMA fighter, did he ever have a wrestling match in WWE, or did he ever like manage someone?
I don't think so.
She comes back. They'll have a tag match.
Oh, okay. All right. So you got that possibly. You got possibly Ronda Rousey coming back.
Yeah.
But then even then, like we're not even like we're maybe little over halfway of the entrance.
Well, they debuted like maybe 3 women on NXT that they had just been doing house shows with.
Right.
Like they had Mercedes Martinez, who just signed, got her in the Battle Royal.
Right.
They have Shotzi Blackheart, and then I think Scarlett Bordeaux had a match. And so I mean, you could put them in.
I mean, you're gonna have to. Like you're literally gonna have to. Like maybe Asuka comes back and has to go in and wrestle.
Yeah.
Sasha Banks, we'll probably see Sasha Banks.
Yeah. Maybe she'll tweet her entrance. Zelina Vega.
Okay, that's fine. Maria Menounos. No, not Maria Menounos.
Maria Kanellis.
Maria Kanellis.
I think she's pregnant. I don't think she can wrestle.
Is she pregnant though? Or is that another angle that they're gonna forget about?
No, because remember, her and Mike Kanellis signed that contract and then was immediately released.
Well, you know, it is what it is, I guess. NXT UK people, they're gonna get Kaylee Ray, Piper Niven,
Tony Storm.
Yeah, I would love to see Tony Storm in it. I'd love to see some Tony time.
No alpha female because she left.
She's gone. It's okay.
Zaya Brookside.
Who's the one that's like the fashion diva? Ginny. Yeah, we'll see her.
Right away.
Because the alpha female's not with her.
Yeah.
But you know, you've got her. Piper Niven will probably have a showdown with Nia Jax.
Oh yeah.
That'll probably happen. Book it. That'll happen.
Yeah.
Piper Niven and Nia Jax have a showdown. Tony Storm. No, I think we've exhausted almost all of our potential. Zack Ryder's girlfriend, Chelsea Green. Zack Ryder's girlfriend's in there.
Deonna Purrazzo also.
Okay, I think we did it. We did it. We literally had to bring out every female wrestler and throw it in the Royal Rumble because we had nobody. Okay. So now that we've essentially booked the Women's Royal Rumble for WWE, you're welcome, by the way. Who wins?
Shayna
Baszler. I mean, that's, you know, that's pretty cut and dry. The Women's Royal Rumbles have been pretty cut and dry as who the winners are. Pretty predictable. Yeah. So I think Shayna Baszler wins. I don't think they should. I don't think this is the Royal Rumble where they stray away from that. I don't think it is. I think Shayna Baszler is your number one go-to option. Knock it down. There it is. Done.
Like I asked with the men's Royal Rumble, who is your non-WWE women's Royal Rumble? Just one.
Does it have to be a wrestler?
I mean, I guess not. I mean, you could go to like go to like AEW or Impact or somewhere. You could go to another major company. I'm just
man, you're putting me in a spot here. Well, since it's in Texas, I would say Alley Cat.
Deathmatch Alley Cat? Does she get Shayna Baszler to rubber belly?
I mean, maybe. I don't know. But it's in Texas. So Alley Cat comes out, she gets a big response.
Yeah.
Because people know who she is.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that's what I'm going to go with.
I was going to say, I would love for Chris Statlander. Alien.
Ooh, okay.
Even though she does have that AEW contract.
Okay. Yeah.
She comes out, she boots someone on the nose. For the Men's Royal Rumble, you didn't say Orange Cassidy.
Oh my god. You know what? He's my super secret winner of the Royal Rumble. It's Brock Lesnar has thought he's eliminated everybody. But then the buzzer goes off. There's no music. It's just Orange Cassidy walking down with his hands in his pockets. Brock Lesnar is like, doesn't know what to make of this. He goes to attack him. And Brock and Cassidy with his hands still in his pocket just like rolls around and then eliminates him without taking his hands out of his pocket. Just whoop over the top rope and wins the Royal Rumble. Hands still in his pocket, shrugs his shoulders and walks away. Doesn't even point to the WrestleMania sign. Just sort of like kind of casually nods over, shrugs his shoulders and walks away. And that's it. That's all you need to know.
I like the idea that he's accompanied also by the best friends, and they're like they're hyping him up.
They're way more excited than Orange Cassidy will ever be. Or what'll happen is Brock Lesnar knocks off his sunglasses, and so then he gets serious and then kicks his ass. Or like Brock Lesnar tries to put him in a full Nelson and he overpowers him to put his hands back in his pockets. You gotta have it. He defeats Brock Lesnar at WrestleMania using a small package. Or the La Magistral Cradle, or like the rolling La Magistral Cradle. He does something like that. He beats him in 5 seconds. Brock Lesnar is stunned. Your new champion is Orange Cassidy. Book it.
Now AEW just needs to do a Royal Rumble.
They can't call it the Royal Rumble. WWE gets mad.
I mean, every other like indie wrestling company has a Royal Rumble that's not called the Royal Rumble.
Right. You just gotta call it a Rumble. So okay. We talked about Shayna Baszler's gonna win 100% win the Women's Royal Rumble. So let's say Shayna Baszler's not in the Royal Rumble. God forbid. She's something happens. She's not in the Royal Rumble.
Out of this 9.
Out of the 9, Shayna Baszler's not in the Royal Rumble. Who you got?
Realistically,
yeah,
Charlotte Flair. But I do like Sarah Logan.
I like Sarah Logan too. She won't win, but I like her.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Realistically, it's Charlotte Flair.
You know what would be really stupid?
Carmella?
No.
Cross.
Yeah. Like somehow they found a worse wrestler than Carmella, and it's Nikki Cross. And like it's down to like Alexa Bliss, Nikki Cross, Charlotte Flair, and Shayna Baszler. And like Alexa Bliss somehow eliminates Shayna Baszler, but then Nikki Cross comes from under the ring, like she hasn't been eliminated, and she throws Alexa Bliss over the top rope and wins. And I could definitely see that happening. I can 1,000,000% see WWE doing that because it's stupid enough that they have thought about it and they've put it on their whiteboard. Like, Nikki Cross wins? Question mark? She can't wrestle, but it's okay. She's weird.
You know, Carmella at least owns the fact that she can't wrestle.
Right, yeah. You know, she does dance break.
Yeah.
That's fine. She can do some moves. She can do some moves. Nikki Cross, I haven't seen her do a move that looks effective. Her finishers is essentially a suplex that she just, it's like the Randy Orton DDT, but it's bad.
Finisher is a crossbody.
Is it now?
No, I think you're right that it's still the...
like she hangs him on the top rope and she does a like swinging neck breaker.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's what her finisher is. It could also be a crossbody.
That's her signature. That's how you build up to the finisher.
That's the transition.
Yeah.
It's hard to pick a winner for the Women's Royal Rumble when like literally there's only like 2 realistic options. Like, I doubt they might have the stones to do Nia Jax winning. I hope to God not. Because you know, Vince wants to relive that spot where Nia Jax punched Becky Lynch in the face at two Survivor Series ago. Like, oh, remember that time she punched her in the face for real and gave her a concussion? Let's run that by 1,000,000 times. And then Becky Lynch will suddenly remember that she's never beat Nia Jax or something like that. And they'll have a last man standing match at WrestleMania. Speaking of weird theories of absolutely out of nowhere matches that should never happen, but WWE has thought of. To close out, I have one more crazy fan theory that during the Men's Royal Rumble, because Women's Royal Rumble, it's just Shayna Baszler. Men's Royal Rumble, crazy enough fan theory that it could possibly happen. So, here's my scenario. Brock Lesnar, he's one of the final people. Also one of the final people comes out. It's Walter. He comes out, the music hits. He's standing there all stoic. All stoic. Comes down to the ring, an epic confrontation. Oh my God. But chopping, loud chops. And, Brock Lesnar's never been redder, which is impossible. But somehow, Walter throws him over the top rope. Oh my God, Walter's won the Royal Rumble. He stands there, stoic, staring up at the WrestleMania sign. But no, 3 2, 1. The final competitor comes out.
Is one person?
It's one more person,
Oh, no.
and it's the only person who it can be. It's fucking Hulk Hogan. I Am a Real American plays. The crowd loses their mind. Hulk Hogan shambles down to the ring. He's coming down. He's in the Hulk Hogan garb.
The NWO garb because he's getting inducted.
He's in both garbs.
Oh, he's got the half and half. that
Yes,
Seth Rollins
he's got
had.
half and half. So he's coming down to the ring. He can barely move. He goes for the big boot on Walter and hits him mid-chest. Walter goes down, sells it like death. He runs across the ropes. He's doing his taunt. He does the big leg drop. Of course, Walter sells it perfectly. And Hulk Hogan throws him over the top rope, effectively burying him forever. Hulk Hogan wins the Royal Rumble and goes on to face Bray Wyatt at WrestleMania in his hometown of Tampa.
The power of patriotism.
The power of the Hulkamaniacs is the only thing that can beat Bray Wyatt. The Hulkamaniacs will beat Bray Wyatt. Book it. That's what's going to happen. Hulk Hogan wins the Royal Rumble. You say, oh no, because you know they've thought of it. They've thought of it.
I just know Hulk Hogan's gonna do something.
And there you go. There you go. He's going to do something, and it's going to be win the Royal Rumble by eliminating the best competitor.
Let's add on to that.
Okay.
So the NWO, they're going into the Hall of Fame this year.
Correct.
What are they going in with? All the titles.
Oh God. Kevin Nash and Scott Hall win both tag titles.
They unify the tag titles.
They unify the tag titles. X-Pac wins the 24/7 title.
I was gonna say he wins the Intercontinental.
No, he's too good. He's not good enough. He has to win. He has to win the 24/7 title. The ghost of Randy Savage wins the Intercontinental title. You got Sting. Sting wins the United States title.
I was gonna say you got Big Show. Big Show was NWO.
Yeah.
He gets one of the titles. $1 Million Man gets one of the titles.
Oh, you're giving millions. Well, he had the 24/7 title at one point.
He bought it.
He bought it
from Alundra Blaze.
Yeah.
Oh, he's getting Intercontinental title.
Man, I would give him the world title. He deserves it. He never had the world title. He deserves it.
Did he buy it from Brock Lesnar?
Oh my God, he would totally buy it from Brock Lesnar. Brock Lesnar would totally sell it to him. I mean, so you're saying what happens is the NWO takes over WrestleMania. Oh my God, it's just like WCW NWO sold out. Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
It's even more clearer in my mind than I've ever thought. Because Vince McMahon, he wants that so badly. He wants it. He wants it. He can feel it. Like, Kevin Nash is going to powerbomb everybody. His legs are going to explode at some point during the match because that's what his legs do.
No, one leg's good now.
But his other leg isn't. His legs are never good. His legs always have to explode, always. Scott Hall, though.
Then he'll just, Kevin Nash will just do a punch. There you go.
He can't do big boots anymore. He'll just sit in the corner and throw punches. Like the time Vince McMahon slid into the ring and blew both of his quads. He'll just sit in the corner and throw punches. But yeah, that's my crazy fan theory. Hulk Hogan wins the Royal Rumble, defeats Walter, goes on to fight Bray Wyatt at WrestleMania. He loses though. He gets his ass kicked at WrestleMania. Children are crying. Grown men crying. Fanboys wearing their Hulkamania t-shirts crying. Bray Wyatt has effectively killed he's effectively killed Hulkamania.
Now, does Hulk Hogan have a soul?
No.
Much like Jerry Lawler, he does not.
Yeah, he lost his soul a long time ago to The Undertaker. But, he just loses so much more. Like Hulk Hogan's wife comes down and takes more alimony money away from him and then leaves. Like he drags Hogan under the ring and he takes his horseshoe haircut off of him. So he's just bald now and takes his handlebar mustache and goes around parading it. He hangs it up on his wall in the Firefly Funhouse. Hulk Hogan's mustache.
Now, in February, can we pitch all this to Scott Hall?
Yes, absolutely.
And then get him to sign the 24/7 replica title?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm 100% down for that. I'm pretty sure Scott Hall will be elated to hear about this. Our great fan theory. I think we've covered everything. This is the Royal Rumble.
This is the Royal Rumble.
Are you more or less excited now?
2020.
Yes! I think I'm more excited than ever to watch the Royal Rumble because I can't wait to see what one of my cockamamie crackpot theories is correct. Maybe all of them.
I mean, I think you definitely got those 24.
Yeah, that's definitely gonna happen.
Those are the.
Yeah. All right, do you have anything else to say about the Royal Rumble?
I think I'm good. I think I covered everything.
Yeah, I'll just leave with one more thing, and I said it before. This is either going to be the best Royal Rumble or the absolute worst Royal Rumble, and I can't wait to find out.
Either way, it'll be.
Absolutely. With that being said, thank you for joining us. I am Brick Houze. This is my sister Annie. We have talked so much, and we'll see you maybe next time. Pilot episode. Maybe there's more. But thank you guys so much. We'll see you next time. Everyone have a good night.